Before Confucianism, China was in a constant state of war, and rapid political change altered the structure of Chinese society so much that people no longer respected the government. Not much was recorded before Confucianism because of the big impact it had on Chinese society. Confucius was one of the first to realize that it was increasingly clear that a strong system of government was necessary in China. One of his famous sayings was, "If a leader decides for good, the people will be good." He was also very popular for creating a new political system called Confucianism. Confucianism was made to stop the fall of Chinese society. After the Zhou dynasty fell, people only cared for themselves and did not have any respect for others. Confucianism became a social order for China, teaching that social relationships are very important. People slowly began to accept it because they wanted peace. As a result, Confucianism brought the people love, harmony, and respect for one another. Despite his importance in Chinese history, little is known for Confucius' life. As a young man, he worked as a servant after his father died in order to support his family. He studies in his spare time to join the civil service. He became an administrator in the Zhou court, which he developed his ideas of how a state should be governed, but his advice was ignored. He spent the rest of his life traveling throughout the Chinese Empire, teaching his philosophy and theories of government. Respect, loyalty, and duty. One of his most famous governmental ideas was the sovereign, ministers and advisors, and the people. The people. The people, given a good example to follow and a clear idea of what was expected of them, would behave correctly according to Confucius. Ministers and advisors. The ministers and advisors played an important role as the middlemen between the sovereign and his subjects. They had a duty of loyalty to both parties. The sovereign. Sovereign was regarded by Confucius as inherently superior. His task was to model perfect behavior, setting a good example to those below him. Crime and punishment. The old system was based on codes of conduct prescribed by religion. With this new social structure, he proposed a system based on reciprocity. If you're treated with respect, you will act with respect. He thought that was the best way to deal with crime, was to instill a sense of shame for bad behavior. The Taiping Rebellion. During the mid-19th century, China's problems were compounded by natural disasters, including droughts, famines, and floods. Government failed to look after China, only made things worse, and the Qing administration did little to relieve the widespread misery caused by them. Economic stress, military defeats, and rebellious groups all combined to produce a widespread of social unrest. Throughout history, China was plagued by internal revolts and rebellions. What was striking, however, was an event that devastated China in the 19th century called the Taiping Rebellion. The Taiping Rebellions were led by Hong Qichuan, a village teacher who in 1847 failed the sovereign examinations for the third time and was drunk for 30 days. When he recovered, he believed that he and his rebels had been chosen to conquer China and establish the Taiping Tianguo, the heavenly kingdom of great peace, with himself as king. Hong formulated an ideology combining the ideas of pre-Confucian idealism with Protestant beliefs. Gathering followers first from the poor and the outcast, the group gradually built up an army and political organization that swept across China. As time passed, the group of rebels were gaining more supporters. In 1851, Hong and the others launched an uprising in the Guangzhou province. The Taiping tolerance of the obscure rituals, themselves a threat to the Qing stability, and the relentless attacks on the Confucianism, still widely accepted as the moral foundation of Chinese behavior, contributed to the ultimate defeat of the rebellion. Additionally, British and French forces were willing to deal with the Taiping rebels.
Before the Chinese army succeeded in crushing the revolt, however, 14 years had already passed, and 30 million people were reported killed, twice that of World War I. The movement was so strong and so popular that it took the central government millions of dollars and 15 years to defeat them. To defeat the rebellion, Qing court needed, besides Western help, an army stronger. In 1860, Shang Wu Fan from the Hunan province was arranged to be the co-general and in command of the war against the rebels. Cheng's army became a powerful new fighting force.